It's a big NFL bye week. 6 teams on bye, including the Cardinals, Bengals, Browns, Broncos, Seahawks, and Rams. So a lot of people looking for that sleeper to fill that spot.
Those are some good teams, too. I mean, this is a fairly devastating bye week with 6 teams off and a number of very good offenses in there. The sleepers this week it's a little trickier this week than most, and this was hard. So these are not guys that I feel quite as confident about as I usually do, but look, it's desperate times for a lot of owners this week with all the buys. So, sometimes you have to start a guy like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Buffalo is the opponent this week, and they've got a pretty good run defense and a pretty wobbly pass defense, so most teams choose to attack them through the air. I expect Houston to do that as well, especially with Arian Foster still nursing that ongoing hamstring injury. With Foster out last week, Ryan Fitzpatrick saw a huge increase in his pass attempts, 50% more than in week 1 and 2. As a result, Fitzpatrick ended up with 2 scores and almost 300 passing yards. Plus, DeAndre Hopkins is coming along nicely, and Andre Johnson's always reliable. So there's all of that rolls together, plus there's the fact that Fitzpatrick's beard smells like stew. We never want to forget that.
Sunday stew.
Sunday stew.
Matt Asiata.
That's not home cooking, though, because he's on the road this week.
Matt Asiata, he's been quietly productive for the Vikings.
Yeah, not so much. Last week was the first bump in the road. In 4 career starts, he has scored or topped 100 yards in 3 games. Now he faces the defense that has allowed the most touchdowns to running backs, Atlanta. Only the Chargers have allowed more catches to opposing backs as well, and Asiata has actually got more receiving yards than rushing yards this year. Rookie Jerick McKinnon appears to be a total non-factor, so this offense really is, from a rushing standpoint, going almost entirely through Asiata, and you got to figure first start quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, they're not going to want him to throw 40 times in this game. They're going to want to limit what they ask him to do. I see a game plan that really revolves a lot around getting Asiata more touches and being a bigger part in this game.
Running backs in San Diego a little banged up, and so passing game, though, still firing on all cylinders. You like to maybe take a chance on Malcom Floyd this week?
Yeah, I do. Although inexplicably they ran Donald Brown into the ground last week, but I don't see it happening this time around. Malcom Floyd was the sacrificial lamb against Richard Sherman in week 2, but sandwiched between those games, they had a week 1 and week 3 performance in which he was very good. Week 1, he put up 98 yards, and then, he scored in week 1, and then in week 3, he put up 98 yards. The Jaguars are allowing the 4th most pass attempts, and by allowing 191 yards per game to opposing receivers, they rank 4th worst in that stat. So, Malcom Floyd, I think he's a nice sleeper, guy that's available in half of leagues you can go pick up and start this week.
Again, a lot of bye weeks this week. These sleepers and all of the position rankings are available right now at fantasyvictory.com.